In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a clock circuit. No, not this type of clock circuit. We'll talk about an ordinary power redstone clock circuit. Redstone clock circuits are basically what are used for to activate a device that is using a piston or a dispenser. Basically, I'll be showing you how to use and build your ordinary clock circuit. Now pay attention and follow along these steps, because these steps I'm going to show you will be on the computer. First, we're going to talk about the repeater clock. Basically, this right here consists of a single block, a redstone torch, and a redstone repeater. So grab any specific block that you'll need, maybe like a piece of wool or maybe glass. Not glass. Just grab yourself a quartz block. Then we'll grab ourselves some redstone. Yep, you'll need redstone torch, and a redstone repeater. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our block here, just place it there. There's another kind of block used, but I prefer not use bedrock. Then you'll place a repeater, come inside with this, leave it to 1 tick. That's awesome. Then, with your redstone, create a path. You may have to sort some grassy lands and refill them. And if you made a hole, go ahead and put that block in. Do the same thing again. Sorry about that. I want to make sure that your block is like this. And then add a redstone torch. And look, this is what it looks like. This is what a clock circuit looks like. Almost like a pulse shortener. So whatever age the single torch from the Fed is around the block the torch is connected to, meaning when the torch is lit, it switches itself off, which allows us to come back on, which switches it on so off. But if we place a redstone torch on top, it does the same thing as well. Now let's try on the other side. Same thing on the other side, and it all does on 4 corners, because the repeater is basically giving off a signaling oscillator back to a negative charge. So it can delay at 0.2 seconds. Controlling timing. So when it comes to adding more blocks, you want to make sure you add enough time that it's being self-induced. So like I said, grab your materials again. You'll need any block of your choice, redstone torch, and a repeater. And this time, it calls for 8 repeaters. And you must set them to 4 ticks. Four, like I said, 4 ticks. Because basically 4 ticks is when it comes in handy. So, any specific type of block you'll use. Select this, and then take repeaters, redstone, and just come back to it. And now the good part is, add your torch, and watch this. Something's wrong here. Give me 1 sec to fix it. Okay, here comes the good part. So, place a redstone torch like this. And watch that. As you can see, that torch goes out. Now let's try with a lever. Let's grab ourselves a lever here. Because we want to evaluate if it turns on, like the TikTok flop switches. So just place the lever right there. And watch this. The reason why it does this is because, like this one for example, this redstone gives off a reflection that travels through the wavelength of these repeaters and turns off that redstone torch. Let's try with the lever. Like that. Now turn it off. It's just the same thing. So basically this is what a clock circuit is mostly about. Let's all go more. Now how do we use it on the device? Well, imagine using redstone lamp power to light power on your house. You can have a power outage. Well, unfortunately, we can do that by solving a simple step. Your new friend comes into place, which will be redstone lamps. So I'll get rid of those. I'll get rid of those levers because we won't need them for just a minute. just hold on to those levers. The first thing you want to do is place your block again, and place a repeater. And then what you're going to do is you're going to place a redstone torch right there. Follow along with your redstone lamp, and it should turn on when the redstone torch is on, or it does not. So come above that, you'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. I think we'll just do that. And then look, that lamp should turn on when the redstone's connected. Now for the same thing, I'm going to create 1, 2, 3, and watch. It has another clock circuit switch. It does it for a second, but when we place the redstone lamp there, watch this. The reason is because the redstone lamps are giving off signal to these. Because look at the pulse. The pulse circuit is where it's connected to the redstone repeater, and that's where it's getting all the charge from, because of the redstone lamps. Mostly from the top here, because basically, if we connect redstone to right here, or if we connect another layer right here, because of the redstone torch, we cannot no longer go through a straight line, then we all know how this goes. Meaning that it will not stop. It will continue this forever unless you have a lever or like a weighted pressure plate to turn this off. Now, how do you switch it off? Well, it's very simple that. This is where your levers now come into place. The reason why I want to use the levers is because I want to test the other one. So, build your other block. Build one here. Okay. Then place a torch. Follow along a repeater. Let's do it 3 ticks. And then redstone. And watch this. The lever does is that you switch, if you put a lever on like right here, this will turn off really easily. Kind of like a noob edition for people who don't know what clock circuits are. So, this is the study of physics. Now, here's an alternate design. The alternative way to do this is that you need to create diagonals. You want to create something else like this, kind of like a Mickey Mouse type thing. So, like I said, 2 diagonals, like this, and then we'll take repeaters, and then make reset that to, I think, is it 2? Nope, it's 2. Place a redstone torch there, and add redstone, and look, that does the same thing as well. So you can actually use these for like fireworks. Hopper clocks. So when it comes to doing hopper clocks and 2-stroke hopper clocks, you want to make sure you have an alternate design like this right here. So basically, when your first comes into place, you'll grab your hoppers, and the hoppers are there to give us some support for any other circumstances, or just to add like a cool design, like the alternative design. Hoppers comes into place, and this one gets a little tricky, so we're going to have to go to another land that basically we don't have to get our projects in with. Right here. So place a block. Place your block. We'll have to get... Okay, really, I have to get rid of these little grassy parts. Okay, place a block right there. Then add a couple of redstone. I think 1... Really? Should like this. Okay. Add a redstone torch on the side, and then add a repeater. Add a corner block like there. Add a repeater. And if you look closely, I think oh yeah, comparators. We'll need comparators for this one. I think the comparators will look really cool if you grab comparators. So grab our comparators. Okay, comparators. And we will place a comparator like, oh, Alex, come here. We want to face this way, like this, and then go ahead. No, don't turn on. We'll leave it off. But we have, and then we'll take a block for that comparator, place it right there, and then we'll add our redstone torch, and then that should turn on a repeater. Our hoppers, we'll start with a hopper first. Place a hopper right there, that block you made, and then we'll basically place another hopper like that. What's this? Add a comparator, and then add your block of quartz or any type of block you use, and then add a redstone torch. Now, when it comes to comparators, these should turn on. So, I think we have to add another torch there. Or maybe redstone. But like I said, at least this works because the alternative design should look like this. But that's like a basic part with this. Oh, and also, here's what the two-stroke clock looks like. So, I'm not sure exactly, but we did A, so we're going to do B. So come down, and I think we'll grab our any block we need. Maybe we'll take, I'm going to try to follow this easy, so take one block there, right there, and then take one repeater, and we'll probably have to go up, we're going to go, alright, then we'll have to leave some of these grassy areas. Then take redstone, come this way, take one, take a block there, they'll take a redstone torch, that should light it up, then we'll take a comparator, make sure you face it that way. Oh, this time. Sorry about that. So, and then take two hoppers. And then repeat the step that's on the other side. First we'll add a block there, then we'll take a torch, and then once you put the torch there, she'll light up the repeater, and then we'll grab your comparators, and then place it on that side of the hopper, and then go ahead and grab your block that you need, grab the block, so just take this, and then like that, take a repeater, nope, we need a repeater. Discover. And that repeater should light up. So when everything is like this, I'll add redstone. Now when everything's like this, you'll obviously get a glimpse on this. With this, and then I think we need to add a redstone torch. Like that. When everything's like this, you'll obviously know how to do a two hopper clocks and a two-stroke hopper clock. Okay, now when it comes to pausing the clock and taking the output of the clock, you want to do the exact order, like this one right here, like we just did. Make sure the birth circuits are A and B are on. With A being on and B being off, you get the same idea. flip-flop at the same time, but I must say, use sticky pistons to help you with the pausing. Next, we'll talk about the compact stroking clock. When the clock is basically you're building up a staircase to a clock, and you want to make something an invaluable out of it, this is the reason. So we'll grab your blocks. I think that's two blocks. Place two redstone torch and one should burn out. Take comparators and then place them underneath the blocks you made. Then place two more of the blocks that you're using, like that. Then create a diagonal of your stairs to create like a staircase, just like this. Then place hoppers underneath the stair. Let's go right back. And then come up closely. Place hoppers underneath the redstone torches. Hang on a second. I'm not sure this is right or not, but kind of looks like the one that we made, but oh wait, I think I know now. They go underneath the stair, underneath the comparators, like this, and then place comparators, and then light them up. And your compact clock should be like this. So everything should look closely. Now, now that is how you make a compact clock. Next thing we're worried about is a rotary hopper clock. And rotary is basically meaning circular, meaning like spin. So this right here is what we're going to make. So for the blocks we're going to need all of the blocks that we need, but we need to have enough amount of space to put this block on. So this is okay. I say right here. So the first thing we'll do is we'll place a block right there. Then place a comparator facing that block. It should look like this. And I think that's a redstone repeater. Nope, it's a comparator. Then we'll be doing a lot of diagonals. No wait, no actually I take that back. It's a repeater. Change that to a repeater. It's the same thing as well. We'll take a repeater, but basically we're doing the opposites like that. I'll get you guys back when I'm... Okay, I am back. So we basically create like a diagonal. Basically we have repeaters like that on the left side and comparators on the right. Now the next thing we're doing is we're take all blocks and make sure that they're basically all blocks are facing next to the comparators. Like right here. Okay? And look closely. Basically, the redstone's going to go on the block and then connect to the repeater. So, I want to make sure this looks like this. Try to get Alexa high. Alexa? What's that? Is it? And then we can place our hoppers. And we may need to add a lever. Maybe like this. Well, not sure exactly, but your rotary hopper clock should look like this. Okay, now we're going to talk about the rapid pulsar. The rapid pulsar is basically what kind of block that have self-reduced with the X and Y axis. So we're going to do that. So take any block you'll need. We'll just start with that block. Create like a, I don't know, like we call it, like a mushroom maybe. And then basically we're gonna create something that looks like a cross. Like this one right here. Add torches underneath it. And then we'll add if we add redstone inside of it. It basically does this. Kind of like a little Christmas light decoration. Next is the torch loop. Torch loop is the same thing as like this one, because this is also known as the torch loop. Now, be right back. Okay, I'm back. So next we're going to do is the repeater loop 1 clock. So this one involves a couple of items that we're going to need. So the next item we're going to need is our redstone. So grab the block of redstone. Then we're going to go ahead and dig on the ground. 1, 2, 3. We're going to create a rectangle. Like this. Then we'll need 2 repeaters in the middle. Like this. Actually, yeah, right there. And then we have to flip that one upside down, look like that. And then we're gonna dig 1 hole to place our block of redstone on. Then we'll take our redstone. Then we'll basically add right here, and then add another right there. And then basically, if we add, so when the basic comes, if you add like this right here, you should get something like this, but the other half should burn out. So you'll get the hang of it. The switchable repeater loop clock should look like this right here, which involves a lot of ideas. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab a couple of blocks. We're gonna grab ourselves a block of gold, and then we'll grab ourselves a lime wool, and then we'll get rid of our. We'll need our comparators, but and I think let me look closely. That is a repeater. Yeah, but I think that's it's actually a sticky piston. So we're gonna grab our sticky piston now. And this time we're gonna make a weird looking shape, but kind of looks like a polygon. I think it's the same rectangle again, but the bottom of it is basically 4. We're gonna take our gold block. Now we'll place that there. We'll take a torch. And 1, 2, 3. This is quite back. With a repeater. And that repeater slide up and repeat. And you kind of get the difference of how we make this. So like that. And then we'll add another redstone torch layer. That was piano. That was a piano. And then dig out this hole and put your lime loop hole there with the redstone. And then we'll add a lever. And then I think we'll take our sticky piston now. And I think we might have to add a sticky piston on the ground. I have to might fix that. Oh, is it time? Is it? I'm not sure how to do this, but I'll just place it sideways. I'll place it sideways like that. And I think that should be it. But if we turn that on, then the piston moves and it creates a little circuit. So yeah. So the other way to do it is that we take the loop 10 one, which involves a couple of circuits. So I'm gonna do this one quickly and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I do the same thing as well, but basically, if you look closely, I turn this on. Look, all of it lights up. So, and look, it doesn't do nothing. It just stays like that. So you got a lot of options to do. We'll do the same thing as well. Now the fader pulsar. The fader pulsar is what we're going to talk about. So the fader pulsar does is it's like the single item hopper clock, like this one for example. We'll do the same thing as well. We're going to need some items here that we're going to need. We're going to we'll grab our comparators next, and we'll grab our hoppers. So grab a hopper. Comparator. Then we'll do the same thing like we did like the others. So this is part of the fader one. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take that, place a lever there, place our gold block. Then we'll place a couple more of our item blocks that we place there. So then we'll place I think a piece of redstone. You can yell that. Alexa can yell that. Then we'll place hoppers, a comparator, a block of redstone, and our stream. Now what we do is if we take that, watch this. Let's call you back. Or if it isn't a redstone, then we'll take a gold block, add that there, and then we turn it on. So it creates this little circuit, but then we have the other one, which we're not going to do a lot of these because this feels might take longer. Now we'll take a look at the Athonian hopper clock. The Athonian one looks really suspicious with the piston, but I'm pretty sure we can do that one. So, but we need sticky piston. So we'll get rid of our, I think, maybe levers, and then we'll do that. So we'll take a gold block. Then we'll take, I think, a comparator goes there. Oh, so this way looks. Make sure it's facing that block. And then I think 2 hoppers go. Choppers. Then we'll take another one of the comparators, gold block. Then I think next we'll take is a piece of redstone. Let's roll. Let's roll. Then we take a sticky piston, and we'll take a block of redstone. And then that block right there we made, we'll take is, sorry because I'm trying to do this at the same time, we'll take that right there. So we want to follow. So gold block, comparator facing that way, 2 hoppers, one facing this way is the gold block, redstone, sticky piston, block of redstone. Then we take another piece of redstone, and then we add the second of that sticky piston. And I think we have to add a baby redstone torch. And watch this. It does the same thing as well. So basically it does the same thing as well, but we're gonna grab our levers so you can see, so we can do it better. Take out our how do we take out? Take 2 here. We'll take out the lever for a second. Oh, what is this? Oh. So like this, for example, like I'll show you. This pull lever connects. let's come here and watch. It's kind of like an Ethiopian like hopper clock. Sounds like a unique name. There are 3 ways you could do this. Wide with 1 wide compact, 1 wide tileable, and 1 wide upside down. And the quick reset one, you could do this one, but this will take a lot of time, so we're not going to be doing this. I'm just showing you for examples. You can make one that looks like a latch hopper, a hopper latch one, a specific one, and a multiplicative hopper clock is what we're talking about. These are what they look like. They would do is the same thing as the other ones we built, but different. They'll basically have a compact with their comparators that send them a tick to let them know that they're actually working properly. And the 3-stage vertical MHDC version shows 72 block volume clock period up to 10.7 years as the lifespan. The latch one, if you look closely, involves with 2 dispensers and the same thing as well. But we're actually going to build that right now. So we'll do the same thing. So what we'll do is I'm going to do the same thing as well. So just really quickly, so I know this. So 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. There's 1 gold block in the middle. Place that there. And then we'll take a comparator. Here's your promise, Alexa. I know we had like a lever there. Then take a couple of torches. How about I get rid of my get rid of sticky pistons, and then I'll grab the dispensers. And make sure your dispensers are facing the other way. And you'll hear it tick. Like that. It's not quite back. The hoppers. Shut up, Alexa. So this is what it should look like. And then we'll take the let me see here. I think those are comparators. I'm not sure, but we'll just take those and then like that, voila. And then watch this, ready? Well, it turns this on, but I think it's supposed to like lose a couple of connections, but let's get the point. The dropper clock, it's like the spawn clock. So you have like lots of stuff. Like if you want to spawn something, like means delete. Piston clock is basically like pistons for like making like maybe make like an automatic piston door. Like this one right here. The 0 tick piston clock should look like this right here. The 1 output GT clock. The 2 output GT clock. The 1 GT clock. And then there's basically minecarts examples that I'll show you. So when it comes to minecarts are the same thing as well. So we'll do the thing as well. So there's one that's a basic minecart clock and a vertical minecart clock. So we're going to delete everything we have in our inventory. And we're going to repeat everything again. For this time I'll grab my what we need before that I need to charge my phone. So I'll tell you the stuff we'll need. We're gonna need some block of quartz. Then we'll need another type of block. We will use red sandstone maybe. Along with that, redstone lamps. Then we'll take redstone torches. Then we'll need a repeater. Then we will take a minecart. Then we'll need rails. And then redstone. And we should be good. Okay. So glad I build it on other worlds. So anyways, we're gonna basically set a track. So create like a circle track. Like this right here. And then we'll place. Actually, let me see something. Oh, no. I actually lied. So, we're going to need a detector rail. So, because detector rails are basically what are detecting objects. So, detector rails come in handy sometimes. Okay, look at them. Wait for it. The place one on each side. Then we'll grab a redstone torch. And then we'll follow redstone with that one we made. 1, 2, along with the repeaters. Is this? What's one? Add a cart there, and then give it a push. And look. This is what it does. It detects an object when you push it. It detects the repeaters. Okay, and next we'll build is this one right here. So we were going to do the same thing as well. We'll take 1, 2 blocks. It's home. It's home. Then we'll take 1, 2, and then the same thing as well. Actually, 1, 2, 3 blocks maybe. Create like an H shape. It's that sandstone block or any block you'll use for this right here. With 1 redstone lamp. And then with detector rails. Actually, I did make a mistake. I'm gonna fix that. I think it's just plain old rails. I think we'll just use plain rails. Or not. How about we just use... here, I'll just use detector rails. See what that happens. And then add redstone. And add a minecart. And then something like that. It should turn on the lamps. Well, basically, if you look closely, it should turn on lamps, but we get kind of there. Long period clocks are the same thing as the others. So, like the clock multiplier, with any other. If you look at this closely, you'll see it's a free running 10 element clock, which takes about 409.2 seconds with 6.2 minutes to the cycle. With the output from the XOR, which will be located right here, you'll notice that a unique stream of zeros and ones that repeats every 409.2 seconds will actually come here, which is part of the XOR gate, and the output will go straightly there until it stops here until it recharges to about here. Another example is if you want to turn on the clock, you'll have to do the RS flip-flop, which is the same thing as the other one, but this one has to start from here until it reaches its way down to the wave function to right here. if we add a version of the decoder, resets the clock at 3-minute mark, you'll notice that this mark here will basically stop these two pistons from sharing the redstone block together with 2 buttons on the side, redstone multipliers coming from the redstone torches, and the same thing as well from the XOR gates. The quick version is when you want to build this, you can actually build a decoder set for 30 minutes, and if you want to reset it, you just gotta hit one of the buttons, and basically the redstone lamp should be powered on until the redstone lamp had enough, place a lever behind it, and it'll stop with the sticky pistons basically controlling the redstone block. Some elements like this, for example, which you should create this. And like I said, maybe tomorrow, I'll create this maybe. I'm not sure exactly, but this will be like a lot of work. Like, I have to like look at this thoroughly, because there are going to be a lot of hard difficulties to do. But like I said, I'll try to build this tomorrow. Now, the shift register is that you can actually take enough cartridges of repeaters. Basically, if the N is abbreviation for how much configurements that the stop code will count at any length of time through the XOR gate. Using the topology of algebra or trigonometry, you can actually have the cycle time, which will be about, if you add all these up together, you'll get this number right here, multiplying by the N. So we could build one of these 2 circuits right here, especially this one, because these ones are really important. Now the observer clock is what we call. When it comes to an observer clock, you want to make sure that everything that you will see is just really simple. Okay then, since we basically saw enough of this, basically I want to show you a real quick idea on how to make this. So I'll be right back. Okay, for this one, basically I'm going to take a break. So basically, I have to go like look at the picture back over again so that I know. But this next one you're going to need is a few items. So basically the first step we're going to do is we're going to need a type of blocks that we're going to need. So I'm going to hurry up and do this because we need a lot of time. So I'll grab lime wool, blue wool. Then I know we need some type of we'll need redstone. Redstone torch. I'll take a sandstone block. I may have to look at this back again, but anyways, we're gonna do this thing. So basically the first thing I want to do is I know the first step. So take one block, and I create this, for example. So like that, and I'm gonna look back again. So I'll be right back. Okay, the next thing I do is I think I create another one of these, like 1, 2, and then I add a light blue, a green wool, and the rest I add. But sorry, I gotta be eligible enough. So I think it's like that. For example, I might have to look at it again. Okay, so I'm back, and this is what I did. So I took the thing I followed from the Minecraft handbook, and what I did was I added these right here. Basically, I added redstone torches, which are the oscillators, and then basically you do this. It's a reflection to here, and then basically I add a dispenser, and then with a lever. Now, here's the thing, for example, this is what a clock circuit is. Basically, if I add something, for example, I'll add like a piece of sandstone. No, actually, how about I take a blue wool, for example. Alright, I load that blue wool in there, right? And watch this. Once it's launched, it stops. So, you can have something like this, or another idea. So, I'm going to come down here, and I'll need a lot of items, so I'm going to go back and look at it again. Okay, so I'm back, so I get all the materials I need. So the materials you're going to need are a few things. You're going to need blue concrete, lime wool, pink wool, red concrete, white concrete, alkaline layer, sticky piston, redstone repeaters, dispensers, levers, and a few items we'll need. So to start this, you'll need to place this right here. I think you need 1, 2, Like 1, 2, 3. I think it's like a P shape. This right here should like this. I have to go back, so I'll be right back. Next thing I do, I have to place repeaters. The one's facing this way, the other facing this way, and I had another repeater facing this way with 3-line wools and a sticky piston above it. So pause if you need to. And I'm gonna look at the other one. And I did the same thing as well. So basically, I add sticky piston right here with a lever and a dispenser, and our thing here, clock circuit, is done. Now, for the red and white concrete, I was asking. Basically, you could use a target, like a small target, but that ain't too small. So we're going to build ourselves an own target. So I think to build a target, we want to build like, I think, maybe red. So, make like a square. Stop it. Like a big enough square. Oops. And then create like white in the middle. And then you can add your red. So that's how you make a simple target. And then basically, here's the next cool step. Delete everything in half. Grab yourself some arrows. And the reason why is I'll tell you in a minute. Grab any arrow you'll need. Place your arrow in the middle of the dispenser. And watch this. If it's in there, brush this. Ready? Look at this. The clock circuit, it can become a target. Like that, for example. So basically, that's how you make any type of clock circuit you'll need to know. But anyways, that's it for this video. If you want to see more, hit the link down below. Tomorrow, I'll be showing you one, guys. The other ones I'll be making tomorrow, maybe. So check out my boys' Ice and Ice channel. It's at the headquarters. Any other my market tutorials you like. And as always, wonders, comment down below if you like this video. As always, thumbs up for safety.
Like a Hellcat.